What's up? It's Joe Ready from Rady's Rise. We're back here at Jaguar Land Rover St. Pete, and guess what? I have that one supreme performance SUV that brings a lot of uniqueness. It's this vehicle right here. This is a Bentley Bentayga Speed. But before we get into this W12 powered Bentley, yes, you heard correctly, not a V12, W12 powered Bentley, let's talk about what's going on here. So Bentley, their history goes all the way back to the early 1900s, especially when it comes to the coveted 24 Hours of Le Mans. There was a string of victories where Bentley dominated. So much so that their drivers were known as the Bentley Boys. Now, fast forward to the modern era, performance isn't just left to the sports cars, supercars, and sedans. We're also seeing a lot more performance SUVs like this Bentayga. One of them that's a newer addition to the lineup is that Cadillac Escalade-V. Now, there is quite a price difference between the two, but both of them are pushing for luxury and for performance. So which should you go with? Do you spend the money and go Bentley Bentayga, or do you go with the Cadillac Escalade-V? Let's go ahead, let's dive into this Bentayga Speed and see if we can find out. Right off the bat, I've always liked Bentley more than Rolls-Royce. Rolls-Royce is the supreme when it comes to soft luxury, but I feel like if you want the performance side of things, Bentley is the better way to go. Now, the front of the business, you're going to get that unique oval shape headlight design. Very unique with all those, it almost looks like a Swarovski crystal setup on the interior. Everything is LED illuminated, from the LED daytime running lamps, the headlights, and the turn signals. Working our way down, we have these massive corner air intakes. There's actually heat exchangers that are behind there for bringing the cool air for that W12. And then everything is going to be nicely body colored with just a little bit of gloss black. I like the flat black with just a little bit of gloss black. Now, as we come across that unique Bentley grille, it's always been this style with the divider down the center. You do have a forward-facing camera. Love the grille design. Working our way down, same story. Same grille design, bringing cool air. And then you're going to have this large splitter on the bottom portion to help with airflow. But let me know what you think about the face of this Bentley Bentayga. Definitely, like I said, it balances luxury and performance, I think, very well. And it's definitely a classier style than an Escalade. Let's just be honest with that. Now, as we rise up, you got that Bentley badge with the big bad B there. Nicely done with the wings. That splitter goes into, or I should say the split goes into the hood. Nice crisp line, and then it evaporates. And then I like the way they do the fender area. So the hood actually starts here. This is all fender, and it just drops down and kind of goes over the headlights. As we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. So what you're going to find are these 22-inch wheels, V-spoke design, gloss black. Look at those bright red calipers with the Bentley name on them. That's going to help give us that excellent braking capability. Tires up front are 285 on the width. Of course, this does have all-wheel drive and adaptive suspension. But love the way that you have the self-centering center caps there. So always going to stop with the B in the right area. And I like the way everything is painted body color. Coming down the side, you do have this fake vent area. I am going to zonk that. They should have made that functional. And then I don't know why they put the Speed name so low near that black trim. From the side of the vehicle, you can see that this is a little smaller than Escalade. Escalade is going to be definitely bigger than this thing. We do have the roof rails. I wish you could get it without those. They kind of just look tacky. So I am going to zonk the roof rails. It's not like somebody's going to put crossbars on this and put a kayak on the roof. Gloss black top and bottom. Body color with some gloss black. And then, like I said, just that thin strip of gloss black along the lower doors. And I like the way they work that lower sill. Looks really good. Now, out back, you do get a little bit more rubber to meet the road. 285 on the width, 40 series sidewall. I don't like the way they give you floating calipers. I should have performance calipers all four corners, but it is nice to have a little bit more meat on the back end because this is rear-wheel drive based, but obviously power does get sent to the front wheels. And then as we spin it around back, oh, almost forgot. One of my other favorite parts of a Bentley is how they do the body line on the rear of the vehicle. Very, very unique to the brand. Now, as we get to the back, look at that aggressive spoiler we have up top. You can actually see how it's raised over the standard spoiler. Gotta zonk the wiper. Come on, guys. Tuck that underneath. That just, it's like a big, huge freaking wart with hair coming out of it on somebody's nose. I don't like it. Love the taillights, that oval shape, everything LED lit, the Bentley badge with the Bentley name in case you don't know how to spell. And then working your way down to ground level, you do have that oval shape exhaust tip, nice black with that rear diffuser area. But man, some pretty classy lines on this Bentley. Let's go pop the hood and look at the engine. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have a hood strut underneath the hood. Look at this thing. That's not plastic, just plastic cover. This underneath the cover is all engine. What do we got going on? It is that W12. So how much power can we expect? Out of the 6-liter W12, you're looking at 626 horsepower, 664 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in about 3.7 seconds. Top speed, 190 miles an hour. It weighs 5,529 pounds and gets 12 mpgs in the city and 19 on the highway. Even the way they do the oil fill cap. Look at that, very nice aluminum finish with the Bentley B on it. But why don't we go ahead, very interesting to have a W12. Why don't we fire it up and hear what this bad boy Bentley sounds like. All right, guys, B is for Bentley. Good enough for me. If you know where that comes from, you and I could be really good friends. I know Steven doesn't, so. But I know you're probably saying to yourself, well, Joe, how much is this Bentayga? Dare I ask? Well, guess what? Brand new, this was around $300,000. This being a 2023, just 2 years old. Asking price is $188,000. So you're saving quite a bit of money on depreciation. Still more though than a brand new Cadillac Escalade-V. But is it worth it? Let's see. To the door panels. Love it. The leather, the stitching, the carbon fiber, the two-tone with the black and the blue leather, the nice diamond pleated stitching. Then you have a door pocket that's large enough for 5 British scones and a Yeti can filled to the top with English tea. We got our premium sound system, ambient lighting, and everything else good on the door panel. Now going from the door panel to the dash, carbon fiber, the speed name. You have that similar AC system controls like a Rolls Royce. Nice touches to the round AC vents. Come on in, up top, look at that beautiful analog Bentley clock with the nicely sculpted AC vents, more carbon fiber. It's a small infotainment system. It's just 10.25 inch, but I don't think you're buying this vehicle for the infotainment system. It's a little slow to respond as well. Going to car, you obviously can make adjustments to the all-terrain, the seats, the vehicle status, all those goodies. One thing that's a little annoying is if you want to adjust the blower fan, you got to touch the screen. And you got to hit a manual button to get the touchscreen to come up. So kind of weird. Let me throw it in reverse. Backup camera's clear as day. I mean, look at that. Oh my God. Jeez Louise. Love the camera angles in this thing. Nice to see that. And then we're right back where we started. Some real knobs for your volume controls. AC dual climate with a nice clickety click click. And it's got the digital readout on it. The leather, wireless charging. This is going to control that 8-speed automatic with the Bentley B on it. 2 cup holders. Look at the key fob with the leather condom case to protect your Bentley. You got your start stop button right in the center, and then this is also your mode selector. Look at all the modes. There's more modes than freaking Jiminy Christmas in here. You could raise and lower it, your Bentley Bentayga. Hill descent control, a place for a Bentley Twinkie, carbon fiber, leather. Lift it up, you got a 12 volt, 2 USB-Cs, and enough room to where you could put, I would probably say, 4 small bars of silver. You're probably collecting silver, you're probably collecting gold, maybe some platinum. You could keep it right in there. Seats, the leather. Look at the stitching, for God's sakes. The speed embroidery, two-tone leather, all the seat controls you could think of. Same thing for the driver's side. And we have a power shade for our panoramic sunroof and a full leather headliner. Take that, Cadillac. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I got a two-tone leather wrap steering wheel I want to show you in this Bentley. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 2 memory seat settings. Look at this beautiful aluminum sill plate with the speed name that illuminates ambient lighting at night. Pedal box, nice aluminum brake pedal with the B. Throttle, also in aluminum on the pedal. I gotta zonk that dead pedal. Come on, Bentley. Where's my aluminum dead pedal? You do have all the nice seat controls, easy to get to, which is great. Massage seats for both the driver and the passenger. I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of room in here. Steering wheel, the 2 different types of leather, the blue and the black. Love the stitching. Flat black on the switchgear. It is a heated steering wheel. Beautiful horn button. That'd be cool if when you beep the horn, it goes beep, 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 beep for Bentley. You do have paddles on the back of the wheel to go up and down that 8-speed automatic. And it is an electric tilting and telescoping wheel, carbon fiber everywhere. And then that beautiful digital gauge cluster. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. You show different things on the screen, nice and clean. Really, really like the way you could, look at that, even your off-road stuff. You got your car info, warnings, all that. Ooh, even the navigation. Nicely done, Bentley. But why don't we go ahead, let's get in the back seat and see if your passengers could be pampered in this performance SUV. All right, guys, come on into the lap of luxury. Obviously, everybody's getting the leather every which way you could go. You get your power sunshades that go up and down, all power. AC vents built into the frame. I love the clean design on the back of the seats. You got large pockets where people could keep their stacks of money. 100s and 50s only. That's all you could bring into a Bentley, are 100s and 50s. Don't bring any 20s. If you bring a $1 bill in here, they kick you out. Now, the command center also has AC vents, very similar to what we have up front. And you have a full touchscreen display back here. So you could go to your seat controls, heated seats and ventilated seats on the rear, which is great. And then you also could bring up car information, the freaking blind control. Watch this, I hit blinds. This is where you can control everything from the roof to the doors, all that good stuff. And then right back where we started, you got a 12 volt down below, 2 USB-Cs. Love the carbon fiber in the back. Carbon fiber on the door panel. They got it going on back here, and they better for this kind of money. Now, it would be nice if it had power seats. It doesn't have power seats. They do recline a little bit. Do they slide? Yep. It's all manual, though. What are they expecting? You should have your butler move you around. Pull this down. It's not soft, but you could put your arm on it with 2 cup holders, and they did the leather just like up front. The two-tone, the blue and the black, even the speed embroidery in the back seat. The great news about the Bentayga is just 2 rows. That's all you need. Who the hell needs these big 3-row SUVs? Do you really have that many kids? Maybe you do. But let's get to the cargo area and see how much mail you could haul in this Bentayga. All right, guys, time to get into the rear end of the Bentley. Hit the B, nice electric assist. You're gonna get a good amount of space. Nice, that nice carpet. You do have your Nordschleife Twinkie cargo holder on the side. You could raise and lower the rear of this Bentayga with that air ride suspension. And then of course the seats fold down. The rear seats fold down to give you even more room. What do we have underneath? No spare. You get a can of flat fix and an electric air compressor. That's about it. Which makes sense on these performance vehicles. But you know what? What also makes sense is going on throttle. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go on throttle in this W12 Bentayga. All right, guys, we're inside this 2023 Bentley Bentayga with the W12. I do have it in Bentley mode, which is going to be that performance mode. And if you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. Definitely has a very, very linear torque delivery. The problem is, and I don't know if this is a good thing because it's a Bentley, it's just, it's very quiet. You don't get a lot of sound on the outside. And then I feel like whatever sound you're getting in here is pumped in through the speakers. And it's not what I would have expected. Especially because I reserve the super quiety performance drives in a Rolls Royce or something. This, I expected a little something, but it never got to my ears. So I'm a little sad about that, but it is a Bentley and it's a different crowd overall than compared to Cadillac. The Escalade-V obviously loves to speak, loves to let you hear its roar, and it's not ashamed to let you know either. So that's the one awesome thing compared to this Bentayga when you're looking at the Escalade-V. But let's go on throttle again. On throttle, here we go. You're definitely getting that freaking thrust, man. And it's very balanced. The chassis is super duper balanced. And it makes sense because of the all-wheel drive. Remember, Audi is the parent, well, Volkswagen Group is the parent company to both Audi and Bentley. And I know there's a lot of crossover there when it comes to the engineering and technology, and it shows. But the shifts are very quick. You are getting a unique kind of sound that's coming into the cabin, but I just want more of it. I guess I'm greedy. Let's see how she handles. On the brakes, those massive calipers up front. There we go, nicely hooked up, and then you just power out. Good size head-up display. Turn-in is super quick and crisp. And just the all-wheel drive works so well on this thing. You have grip for days. Grip for days. And then it's like Wells Fargo safe in here. No wind noise, no road noise. Just very, very comfortable. The seats feel good. They hold you in well without being too tight. And let's just be honest, I mean, from a luxury standpoint, this does bring more luxury than the Escalade. But with that being said, the Escalade brings more performance at the end of the day. But it's like I said, it's a classier driving experience. Even though the performance is there, it's a little bit classier. It's a little bit more refined. Whereas the Escalade-V is very brash and raw. But to think that you could do 190 miles an hour in this thing kind of blows my freaking mind. No, we're not going to go test that right now, but it just, to think about it, it's crazy. But the transmission is always ready to rock and roll. It drops down into the perfect gear to launch you off like a British cruise missile. But I'm hoping that this has been a good, quick overall review of the Bentayga. We're gonna get back to Jaguar Land Rover St. Pete and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, another crazy day here at Jaguar Land Rover St. Pete. Definitely gotta thank Miro and the rest of the crew getting us access to this 2023 Bentley Bentayga Speed. Let me know what you think. Are you going Bentley? Are you going Cadillac Escalade-V? Let me know in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. I'll come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Race Rides family. Got to give it up to Stephen Flood. He loves shooting performance vehicles, no matter how big or how small they are. So thank you, Stephen, for your dedication. Just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.